Hello everyone, welcome back to the fish room. I know it's been a few weeks since I've posted a video, but I've been very busy here in the fish room, growing up new fry, moving fish around, and preparing for this season. So I'm looking forward to sharing some of my critically endangered fish with you this season. But let's talk about this video. I'm really excited to share this video with you. It's actually been a year in the making. This video showcases a family of discus and angel breeders that live actually in my area. They only live a few miles away from me here in southwestern Pennsylvania. I was asked if I wanted to come tour their facility, and I thought I would bring you along with me. So the one thing I can say about the Bobbish family is to say that I was impressed with their hatchery and fish room just doesn't seem to do justice. Their fish room is immaculate. Fish are unbelievably healthy. I really am impressed with some of the color mutations they're working with, and their goal is to provide quality discus and angels to the local community. So like I said, it's a little bit of a lengthy video, but if you enjoy watching beautiful fish, this is the video to watch. It's a lengthy video, like I said. I just didn't have the heart to edit out some of this footage because Larry and I got some really nice footage of some angelfish and discus. There's a little bit of something for everyone in this video. If you love looking at beautiful fish, we've got you covered. If you like DIY, we also have you covered there. When we come to the part where we show you how they've devised and built their own filtration system and how they process their RO water, I think those of you who appreciate DIY will appreciate that. But also, one other part that some of you may like, those of you who enjoy aquascaping. The Bobbishes have a certain technique they use in their show tanks that I found quite interesting. So they build shadow boxes, glass shadow boxes that go at the back of their show aquariums. And they put a background on that shadow box. They put substrate in the shadow box, and then they do hardscaping and whatever into that shadow box. And that's attached on the back of the aquarium. And the effect it gives is amazing. It gives so much dimension and depth to the tank. So that will be at the end of the video. So like I said, I think there's a little bit of something for everyone here. So I thank all of you for tuning in. So again, it's a little bit of a lengthy video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. All right, buddy. All right, I'm here with Stephen Bobbish. Hey, Stephen, what do we have here, buddy?
These are tiger turquoise and blue snakeskins.
Okay, how old are these guys?
They're about 3 years old currently.
And you say you've had babies from these guys, right?
Yes, the babies are in the tank right next to it, tank number 2.
These guys right here. Oh, okay, cool. And I'm sorry, these are, what'd you say, tigers?
Tiger turquoise crossed with blue snakeskins.
Boy, that one in the back is nice. How many mutations do you have here, buddy?
How many different strains?
Yeah.
I've never counted. I probably have 10 or 12.
Okay. Boy, these guys are nice. How about these guys right here?
Galaxy turquoise and sparkling snakeskins.
Boy, those are cool.
They're pushing 6.5, almost 7 inches.
Yep. So how long have you been breeding these fish?
About 3 years now.
Yeah. And Dad was doing it a long time ago, correct?
Yep, he's been breeding Discus since he was 18,
Uh-huh.
and he's almost 70 now.
Okay. Yeah. It's interesting because as soon as we were talking, I remember your father from years ago. These are the ones I like. These are...
Blue diamonds.
Okay. Very cool. They're nice. So what foods do you basically feed them? I don't expect you to give away any trade secrets, but just in general what you usually feed.
Mostly frozen brine shrimp, beef heart mix,
Uh-huh.
and just regular flake food.
Okay. These are more of the turquoise.
Yeah, they're the sparkling snakeskins and tiger or galaxy turquoise.
Okay. See, we got some quarries down here.
Corys and a ram.
You also breed quarries,
Yep, green cory as of right now.
and you also do angels.
Silver angels and gold angels, and I'm working on black marble angels and Filipino blues are the next ones I'm working on.
And these are your golds. Here we go. Thank you. So I've seen some of the gold that have been produced out of this fish room over the last year. There's some really nice veils in this line. Another veil. Corey. So are you normally pairing up, putting quarries in some of the tanks, or when you're breeding, do you
Yep.
remove the quarries?
I leave the quarries in there, and I usually pull the eggs out whenever they become wigglers,
Okay.
so the parents don't have a chance to eat them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Okay, so we got some more green Aeneas cories here. Have these guys spawned for you?
Yeah, one time they spawned for me about 6 months ago.
Okay.
I had about 200 babies.
You definitely have some big females in there. All right, folks, now here's a bunch of baby silver angels. So, is this from one spawn, or is there
That's one spawn of silvers, and there's a few golds I had mixed in there with them.
Uh-huh. Cool, very cool. Now here's something interesting. You guys know these guys, the glow angels. So, those are cool. How long have you had these guys?
I've had those for about 2 months now.
Cool.
They were a gift from one of my cousins.
Oh, that's cool. That's a nice gift. All right, guys. Here we go. We got baby plecos. These are little albinos.
Yep, albino bristlenose.
How many of these have you cranked out so far this year?
I'm guessing about 500. Yeah, they produce really well.
And here's some more of his gold angels. All right, and we've got right over here. Boy, that's a nice silver veil. So I see you guys just do bare bottom. You got tile, it looks like, in there?
Yep, they're spray painted on the bottom with the textured paint from the outside.
So the tile's underneath the tank itself?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Looks like we got a few more little cories in there.
Yep. It's just saving that tank for grow outs for extra babies.
Sure. Okay, Mike, so Stephen, what do we have here?
Snowball plecos.
Okay, you have a pair in there.
There's a pair of snowball plecos in that tank, yes.
And what do we have over here?
I have a couple pairs of king tiger plecos.
They like to hide a lot, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're very timid. They rarely come out.
Cool. And I'm sorry, what were these again?
King tiger plecos.
Okay, cool. I haven't seen these guys before. They're going up there. Are these guys? What do you feed these guys?
I feed them beef heart and just regular wafer pellets for plecos.
Okay. Beautiful fish. Okay, so I see here you have some German blue rams.
Yeah, I have 2 breeding pairs of German blue rams in there. And they produce offspring for me every 2 to 3 weeks.
Boy, that says something. I could never get these guys to do anything for me. That male is beautiful.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
How long have you had these guys?
These ones, they're pushing 2.5 years old.
Okay, Steven, so who do we have here?
That is a blue cobalt and a marble red.
Okay. And what you were just saying something to me a minute ago about you created.
Those are the parents to the ones I created down on the ends that we call pumpkin seeds. They're solid orange base with white spots on their gills.
Oh, okay, cool. More quarries. These guys are cool. What are they?
That's a wild Heckle cross and a red cover.
Oh. How old are these guys?
About 3.5 years old.
They're nice. There's a nice guy.
He's about 4.5 years old. It's a red checkerboard, and the female is a ringed leopard.
Oh. More turquoise.
Yep, pair of tiger turquoise.
So I see you have heaters in all the tanks.
I have heaters in all the tanks, but they're all set to one temperature, 1 degree above what the room is set at. They're all at backups in case the heater in the room fails, that I won't lose the fish.
Gotcha. What do you heat your room to?
I heat the room to 90 degrees and it keeps the tanks perfectly at 86.
Cool. That's the way to do it, guys. It's a lot cheaper to heat a room than all these tanks. What do we have here?
A pair of blue diamonds.
Nice. How about these guys right here?
That is a pair of blue snakeskins.
Those are cool.
Yeah, whenever they're in a tank that has a darker background, they turn to a real deep blue.
Gotcha. I was going to ask that if with the lighter background, if they...
Yep, it changes the color of all the fish. They want to lighten up to blend in with their surroundings. So in a darker tank, they will change color and get a lot darker. That would be a blue cobalt.
And is that a Marlboro?
And a Marlboro red.
Cool. See, I'm learning. That cobalt's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a real light colored blue cobalt. He was a lot darker whenever I had him up in the breeding tank, or the big community tank upstairs.
I see we got some marble angels here.
Yep, black marble angels. I just got those recently, about a month ago.
A nice fish. And we have a, looks like what, a black and a gold.
Yeah, it just, I'm not sure exactly. They were gifted to me last month. It's a gold and a smoky
I was gonna.
black.
That's a smoky. As soon as I saw the gold coloring at the top.
Yeah, it
that's a
has that
smoky.
green
Yeah.
tint to it. And they've already spawned for me once.
Cool.
And so now I know I can pull the eggs as soon as they spawn again.
Sure. All right, Stephen, what do we have here, buddy?
We have a blue snakeskin and a white tiger.
I like those white tigers. Those are sharp.
Yeah, they have really pretty colors to them.
Now, these were the ones I noticed when I first came in. What were these again?
Red covers.
I've never seen this coloration before. It's pretty cool. Have these guys produced for you?
They've produced a couple times and they've made it all the way to wigglers, but they have yet to take care of them.
Gotcha. So do you normally let the parents take care of them, or do you sometimes pull the wiggler?
You have to let the parents take care of them because the fry eat off the parents' slime coat for the first
There
3
you go.
weeks.
I forgot about that.
You can artificially raise them, but it is extremely difficult.
Gotcha. Here's another nice pair. What do we have here?
Snow leopard snakeskins.
Boy, is this one in front of me the male, I'm assuming? Is that
Yeah.
He's beautiful. I don't know much about discus. I've raised a couple, but I've never bred them.
Yeah, it's really difficult. It's not the easiest thing to do.
Now, if I had to guess, are these the pumpkins you were telling me?
Yes, those are the pumpkin seeds that we
You
created.
developed.
Yep. It's a Marlboro red crossed with a blue cobalt.
Those are nice fish.
Yeah, the male became really huge. He's only about 3 years old. So he's almost maxed out on size, but he could still grow a little bit more.
Okay, we got a few more angel tanks. We got some silvers right here.
Yep, with a bunch of fry.
Yeah, I see them. Fry are on the bottom there. We got some more young here. How old are these guys?
Those guys are about 2.5 weeks old.
How many times a day are you feeding them?
About 4 times a day.
Yep. It's about what I do. So here's an angel that it takes a lot for me to be impressed by an angel, but that angel impresses the hell out of me. What is that one again?
I believe that one is a white platinum, and it was crossed with a marble
Okay.
somewhere down the line because it has a few black specks in it.
And then that's a smoky marble there, correct?
Yes.
Okay. They're a beautiful pair. I'd be interested to see what they produce.
They spawned once for me so far, and I've only had them about a month.
Hmm.
So hopefully the next time they lay eggs, I'll have a good batch.
We got some more young here. These
Yeah.
ones look a little older.
They're about a month old.
I was going to say about 4 weeks.
She's pecking at the cone
She's
already.
picking at the cone. Here's a nice pair. Is that one facing me a smoky that coming around? Is that a smoky?
Yeah, that one's a smoky marble.
And then we got a pair of marble right here, right? Yep. Okay, Steven, so tell me about this. I'm assuming this is your filtration.
Yeah, this is a 300-gallon stock tank that was converted from being a cattle feeder.
So
And 2 shelving racks or dressers that you can just buy at Walmart that I created
so
the
it's,
internal sump for
it's
the whole
DIY, guys. It's DIY. So when Steven came over to my fish room about a year ago, he was showing me pictures and video of this, and I was impressed by this. And this is the first time I've come over to their fish room, and I'll tell you what, it takes a lot to impress me with a fish room, but I can genuinely tell you, Steven and his family have some really great angelfish and discus here. So. All right, we're going to go over to the other side on how you do check your RO. So we'll take care of that. Okay, Steven, so this is your RO system, right?
Yep, I'm
so
running.
That's 5-stage.
Yep, I'm running 2 5-stage ROs.
Okay. And here's the vat, guys. This is his RO vat. So how many gallons is this?
Each one is 250 gallons,
Uh-huh.
and it takes 24 hours just to fill up one tank. So it works out good that I do water changes every 3rd day.
So you guys have automatic water change, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, I heard you say Dad put that in. That's a good idea. Wish I could do that. And we've got one more small room back here. This room here is mostly for grow out for fry, but they also have some cool little live bearers. These are the black metals. I'll have to get you a couple of the Blue Galaxy. Have you ever seen the Blue Galaxy? I'll get you some. They're really nice. These are Blue Diamond. What are these guys right here?
Those are platinum albinos. I'm gonna change the tag on that.
So, dude, you should see at my place. I'm constantly changing tags. And then here are the red albinos.
This tag just has a mix of.
And these are just mutt guppies.
Yep. But they're pretty.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, everyone. Well, hey, there's Larry in the back. Say hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
Okay, all right, folks. Well, that does it for this tour of Stephen Bobbish's fish room. Stephen, if anyone wants to get a hold of you, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
The best way would contact me through Facebook.
Okay, and for right now, you're currently not shipping. You're just doing local sales, correct?
Yep.
And you're in Uniontown, PA. What areas do you work with in the area? I know you do Morgantown, West Virginia.
Close to Pittsburgh, Morgantown, and yeah, really close just to Pittsburgh and Morgantown,
Okay.
Greensburg.
Gotcha. All right, folks. Well, that's all. Hey, thanks for tuning in. And if you like what you saw today, be sure to hit that like and subscribe. Take care.